Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ian's Innovations. I was initially going to make this video yesterday, but I was doing other stuff that day, so I'm going to do it now on Christmas Eve. Well anyways, this is another Lego Harry Potter thing. This is the Lego Harry Potter Bricktober Minifigure pack. It's exclusive to Barnes & Nobles. Or, at least it was. I had a lot of trouble trying to get this. So first off, I went to my local Barnes & Nobles in October to get it, since that's when it was initially planned to come. But they said that they were delayed and would come in early November. So I came back to the store in early November, and they said that it would instead be released as a giveaway at the mini Harry Potter event on the 17th. So I came back on the 17th, and it was there, but I didn't know that you can only get it if you spend $75 in Lego. They also said that the giveaway would most likely last for another week. So I came back on the next Tuesday to do it, but they said that they changed the giveaway to be on Black Friday. And on that day, I would be away on a trip to Key Largo. So after the trip, me and my dad purchased it off of eBay for $42, and I finally got it. And now I'm going to open it and review it. Never opened one of these kinds. Hold on. How do these things work? Oh, that explains. Any more to it? That's unnecessary. Sorry about the noises from the background, that's my parents. And they're your minifigures, and I'm gonna take them out soon enough and review each of them individually. So the first minifigure we're gonna look at is Madame Hooch. She's the Quidditch teacher at Hogwarts. And aside from the new cape and the new wand, to me this looks very similar, if not identical, to Madame Hooch from 2010. Now you can tell me in the comments if there's anything different. And well, I think that's because they both have the exact same hairpiece, and the face print also looks very similar, because here she has her face and here she has goggles. And you can tell me in comments if there are any major differences, but this is no good, decent minifigure. Not the best. Could have been done better. Let's move on. And here is Professor Horace Slughorn. He's a potion master. I'm not too familiar with this character in the Harry Potter series. Apparently he appeared later in the series. But anyway, this is the first time we're getting this character in minifigure form. And he has this cool hairpiece which isn't too common and it's sort of new, at least in the year old. He has two faces, like most minifigures, and he has a pretty good looking torso piece, regular brown pants. I like that he comes with a science vial, or flask. I don't have too many pieces of this, and this is a pretty decent minifigure. Let's move on. And here is Professor Dolores Umbridge, the defense against the dark arts teacher that every student and other teachers at Hogwarts absolutely hated. This is our second time we're getting this character in minifigure form. The first time was all the way back in 2007 with the third Hogwarts castle. Well, good luck trying to get that set because it's very hard to get and very expensive. And even the Dolores Umbridge net set alone costs like $90. So thankfully now with this you could get this character in a much cheaper and an easier way. Well, anyways, she has this newer hairpiece. Well, it's probably not too new, but still nice to get. She has some pink pieces here, which is cool, and I like this detail where it looks like she's wearing heels. That was kind of cool. And her other face looks very pissed off. I like that. Perfectly describes her. She has a teacup, which she always drinks in like Order of the Phoenix, I think. And she has a wand, like most characters in the Harry Potter series. And it's pretty cool. And let's move on. And the fourth and final minifigure is Bogart Snape from the third book. Now, if you don't recall, in one scene, Professor Remus Lupin is teaching students about the ridiculous spell, and then they use it on a Bogart, which is a shapeshifter. And the first person to do it was the student Neville Longbottom, and the Bogart turned into Professor Snape, which is his deepest and darkest fear. And he used a spell, and he made Professor Snape, well, at least the Bogart version of him, to wear his grandmother's clothing. And it was a pretty ridiculous scene, no pun intended. And this is actually our second version we got Snape in Bogart form. The first time was back in 2004, where in the Remus Lupin classroom set, it came with the Professor Snape in that clothing, and that one definitely looked a lot less detailed compared to this one. And has some nice detailing, like the dark green clothing and the red handbag. It also has this very weird looking scarf, which I find funny. And it also has this hat piece, and the face for Bogart Snape is the same face print used for Professor Snape in the other two Harry Potter sets. So I find it funny that they included him in this one. And now I'll put in my final thoughts on everything. So overall, I think this is a pretty good Bricktober minifigure pack. Comes with two minifigures that are kind of hard to find, especially Dolores Umbridge, and it includes a new minifigure that we haven't gotten before. So I highly recommend to get it online, since you can no longer get it at Barnes & Nobles. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.